They were trying to define your aura and your energy and ground you as a being. You see, some of those had to do with the theory of energy. They were involved in theories and philosophies of energies at early points in time.
Thinking about dropping for a quarter for the bias, just to bring the order and the science, for the alliance, sons and the daughters of the Zion. Circus clowns over, so they calling in the lions, bringing in the gods, spiritual battle scars, intergalactic stars with digital avatars, give you divine knowledge, hitting the metaphors, raw, no editors for energy predators, of course, can't cripple the movement to put fear in me, apparently we adapted to dexterity, taking pictures but only at certain angles, reflection of the flash, give away the body camos, so put that 999 station on the channel, pour a libation for the fam, yo, hold all space in your hand till you adore rise rage from a camel, we about to hit you with the heavy ammo, we about to get them niggas out the bando, turn them into niggas from the land, yo, everybody eat it, cripple with the proper handle, ain't nobody sleeping, all the penials see clear through, gotta be careful, be wary of a spitting liberation, spit it in rotation, they snitching on the nation, the revolution won't be televised, I said the revolution won't be televised, beware the deceiver, the age of the vision, false prophets and gods created in the image, appreciate everyone being related to the vision, a blatant information supervision, they crave the attention, hashtag admin.
See you all in here, so I'll get right on to it. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Appreciate y'all giving me your time and energy. I had some things on my mind that I felt that I needed to share. Saw some stuff that was on my timeline that I thought was very important. So I have a gentleman, someone that was on my page, and he's asking questions. You know, everybody is still up in an uproar about what's going on. And, you know, I live in Georgia, and of course, you know, they opened up Georgia over the weekend, and of course, there's a lot of controversy going back and forth about how people are supposed to move, you know what I'm saying, and it's like now. And of course, as in great fashion, as we do as unfortunate black people, we argue with each other instead of starting to really use our critical thinking skills, as I've been trying to get us to do, you know what I'm saying, so we can come up with actual solutions. But there are some good questions being asked, and I want to address them. So it was a gentleman that is an avid follower of mine, and he was asking and saying that, well, what are we going to do if, you know what I'm saying, if you don't feel like we should take vaccines, but what if you're eating a good diet and you're plant-based and you're all of these things and you're eating vegan, but these people are still getting sick? So since that's not working and, you know, a lot of us are saying that we shouldn't take vaccines, then what should we do? So the reason why I named this video called "This is Why I Don't Like Labels" is because of our miseducation is why he would even ask that question. There is no way that you feed your body on a cellular level and you feed your body what it needs, that you will be sick. That is not how your body works. I understand that you're not a doctor and you've never, you know what I'm saying, taken up these classes about your body, but this is something that you need to do, and this is why I implore everyone to educate themselves on their body. Stop leaving it to doctors to tell you how things are supposed to work. If you understand how your immune system works, there is no way that you are feeding your body the right things and you will get sick. So the big thing why I said labels is because everyone, it seems, says if, and I really hope my homegirl Jessica comes on here, I'm going to just will her beautiful soul to come on here because she is a vegan. She has a vegan restaurant out here in Macon, Georgia. That is the bomb. And she lives this life. So she can, you know, absolutely contest to what it is to be a vegan. But I did some definitions on what these different labels of these dietary labels, as I call them. This is why I don't like labels. Okay, so a vegan. Veganism. Veganism is the practice of abstaining from the use of animal products, particularly in the diet, and associated philosophically that rejects the commodity status of animals. A follower of the diet or the philosophy is known as a vegan. Distinctions may be made between several categories of veganism. Okay, so pretty much being a vegan is someone who does not use animal products in their diet and possibly in other, and other lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? As far as your hair care products, the products that you use on your body, and lotions and things of that nature. So all a person who practices veganism is that they don't use products or eat, anything that comes from or is an animal. That is what a vegan is. A vegetarian is the practice of abstaining from the consumption of meat and also includes abstination from the byproducts of animal slaughter. Vegetarianism may be adopted for various reasons. Many people object to eating meat out of respect for the sentiment of life. So again, a vegetarian is someone who does not consume meat and it abstains from using byproducts, from animals that have been slaughtered. So that's based off them eating meat and how the animal, is killed. That's what a vegetarian is. If you have a plant-based diet is a diet consisting mostly or entirely of foods derived from plants, including vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, and fruits, and with few or no animal products. A plant-based diet is not necessarily a vegetarian. So if you have a plant-based diet, you only consume foods that derive from plants. That is a plant-based diet. So with the gentleman asking if you're eating all of the right things and you were living a vegan life or a vegetarian life, but these type of people are still getting sick, then what's the solution? See, you're banking on how your perception of these lifestyles. This is why I don't like labels. I feel like everybody puts a label on themselves to allow them to do what it is that they want to do. This is why you have all of these isms. Like, I would technically be considered a pescatarian because I still eat fish. I follow some of the guidelines of vegan. I follow some of the guidelines of vegetarian. I follow some of the guidelines of plant-based, but I still eat fish. So, you having, some type of dietaryism does not mean that you are healthy. That is the point of what I'm saying today. This is why vegans still get sick. All of these vegan products, and this is something that I can absolutely contest to because for the past 13 years, I have been on this journey, of ultimate health, trying to figure out what it is that I need to consume, so I can be okay forever. I am absolutely tired of the up and down of, losing weight and gaining, that's starting to be annoying to me, and especially with what's going on now. It's just mandatory that you have to be on point. So this is why I have been going through all of this stuff. If you tried any vegan products, and I pulled up the nutritional facts on the Beyond Burger. I saw somebody earlier who made a post about them grilling some Beyond Burgers, and they made this post, as if they were doing something, doing something great. And I wasn't trying to rain on their parade, but these vegan products, these lifestyles that are pushed, are not necessarily healthy. And because you don't do your own research, you think so because it just says plant-based on it. Just because it says that it's natural, it's natural or it's organic. All of those things mean different things. And you need to educate yourself on that. So, the Beyond Burger. I'm going to read the nutritional facts of the Beyond Burger. Now, this is supposed to be, the replacement for beef. This is what people feel that they eat, feel like, is good for them and is going to make them better. Okay, the ingredients, first of all, is a whole paragraph. What I've learned on my nutritional journey is that your product should have no more than 5 ingredients. If the ingredients on anything that you eat is a paragraph, that's a problem. It's too much shit in there. Period. Not my opinion. Okay, so ingredients. You have the first ingredient is water in your burger. Okay. Pea protein isolate, expeller pressed canola oil, refined canola oil, cellulose from bamboo, methyl cellulose, potato starch, natural flavor. What is natural flavor? Where does this natural flavor come from? Maltodextrin, yeast extract, salt. Salt, the only thing that seems natural in there, that's a paragraph down. Sunflower oil, vegetable glycerin, dried yeast, gum arabic. What's that? Citrus extract to protect the quality. Absorbic acid to maintain the color. Beet juice extract to retain color. Lactic acid, something called sucrinic acid. Modified food starch, so not real food starch, but modified food starch, which isn't that GMO. And a NATO for color. So your Beyond Burger is pretty much a bunch of acid and modified starch. Acid and starch is what a Beyond Burger is. But that's vegan. It's plant-based. This is why vegans and, people who have these lifestyle are still dying as well. Because just because you have that label does not mean that the food that you are eating is healthy. This is why we keep telling you to grow your own food. This is not just change your diet. See, we were saying that before. Now we're at a space where you have to go all the way to the left now. You need to all the way grow your own food. You can't even trust the food that's in these grocery stores. Just use your brain. Think about all of the people in the world. Think about all of the grocery stores, the little mom and pop stores, the gas stations. Think of every place that sells food. Think about how many people there are in this world. Do you honestly believe there's that many orange trees? Life has a cycle. Okay? Just like the seasons. But because we want supply and demand, we have tried to speed up, and fast track nature. This is why you have, genetically modified food. It's not that, even for your meat eaters, it's not that many cows. There's not that many chickens. It's not that many pigs in the world to feed everybody the way that we eat. No way. You ask your great grandparents. Meat was a commodity. You didn't eat meat every day. You couldn't. You can't kill all the animals all at once. They got to live so they can breed again, so you can have more. It's the same thing. Well, because we're going to consume and consume and consume, we now, to supply this demand, we have now modified our food. The fruits and vegetables, they don't have the same nutritional value as they did back in the days. The orange, I remember somebody telling me, an orange does not have the type of vitamin C that it used to have. It might take about 10 or 11 oranges to measure up to the nutritional value of one orange about 40 years ago. These are the things that you need to be thinking about. You have to eat the right things. You have to go back to nature, period. And I'm going to say this too, and this is going to bother a few people. A lot of folks that are asking these questions. You are still looking for someone else to save you but you. The government is not going to save you. I can't save you. I can only give you information. You have to be the one to apply that. You have to have to research that and make sure that's right for you. Don't you know we as human beings, we're still different? Your chemical makeup is different than my makeup. So what, you know what I'm saying, what may fuck with you may not fuck with me. What I may need to heal me may not be what you need. This is why you have to understand who you are. This is why I don't like labels. Because it brings this type of mentality. You need to live a healthy life. Figure out your body. Figure out where you come from, where your bloodline comes from, all of that stuff. And then you would know what foods to eat. This is something that y'all don't understand and that y'all think, slavery was, so long ago. Don't y'all understand that that is a major impact to right now? Don't you know that your ancestors, they were brought over here, but they didn't bring our food with us? They didn't bring what was there here. You don't understand how that plays a major, major part in how you live now? Those are still your ancestors. Y'all don't understand how this bloodline, how this stuff really works. You don't get to just erase the past. That's where you come from. That's why you are who you are. And the only way to figure that out is to find that. This is where we get these allergies and all of this garbage from. Because this ain't our food. This ain't our environment. And you think because you've been living it in all this time in turmoil, you think because you've been living with ailments and you've been living with sickness that shit's okay, and it's not. And if you understood that it wasn't okay, you would go out and seek those solutions. That's what needs to be done. Stop thinking that these words, vegan, this, that, and none of that means anything. You get your food from the ground. You take herbs. Herbs are from the ground. Figure out who you are. I prepare. Everybody needs to buy an anatomy and physiology book. Everybody. I don't care if medicine is your thing or not. You need to know the human body. You need to know what each organ does, how it functions, and the natural remedies to make sure they continue to function. That is what you need to know, period. I don't care who you pray to. I don't care what lifestyle you choose, how you want to do that. That is the basis. That's general. Get an anatomy and physiology book, research your body, research each system, how it works, why it works, what's its purpose, all of that. Learn that. And then there's an herb. There is a remedy. There's certain things that you need to have in your body to maintain its ultimate health. That is universal law. That is the solution. And I'm going to say this. If you were just living the most healthiest life ever, you're doing everything right, and you still die, then damn it, it was your time. Like, this is what gets me with religious people. Y'all say, like, I can only really speak about what's said in Christianity because that's where I used to be. You never know the day or the hour when he's coming back. So if you're doing everything right and you still go, that has nothing to do, that's just your journey and it was time for you to go. But that does not now question, well, if you're living a healthy life and you still die, then now what? Death is certain, people. Y'all forgot that too? Did this world make you think, that you can live forever? I think it did. You don't live forever. That's not how that works. Not in this physical life anyway. That's not how this works. And you've been taught different. And so you need to retrain yourself. You need to learn something different because that's not real life. It's not. If you're doing everything right, death should not bother you. I promise you, I've already had a touch with death. And I know for a fact, not a second before or a second after my time am I leaving here. Period. That's just how that goes. So you have to do better. This is time for accountability. Take responsibility for your life. Your life. This is so frustrating. You guys have no idea how frustrating it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's the smartest people. You guys know so much, have all these college degrees, and you know what I'm saying, you have all of this financial wealth and all this other stuff going on, but you don't, you know what I'm saying, this it seems to just elude you. I don't understand. Take control over your life. Use your common sense. Learn your history. History always repeats itself. There's nothing new under the sun. Y'all say things like this all the time, but they're just sayings. You don't apply none of this to your life. There are several instances in history and recent history. We're not talking about thousands of years ago. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying, right after slavery. Slavery was only 400 years ago, maybe 5 now. You can still recollect that. There are several instances where this has happened before in history. They have shown you that this has happened before. Pay attention. You need to reevaluate your life and the things that you find important. That is honestly what I feel like this whole situation is about. Some other stuff I saw earlier, people are continuing to be upset and getting mad and arguing with folks like me because, you know what I'm saying, we're telling you the truth. Listen, no more honey. This is the reason why you're in the situation now. You are putting your anger and your emotions at the wrong people. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. And if the answer to these questions are no, you ain't got no business being mad. Did I, or anybody who is saying the things that we say, did we create and distribute COVID-19? Yes or no? No. Did any of us compromise your immune system? Yes or no? If the answer to those 2 questions is no, you're mad at the wrong people. You are wasting your energy and you're putting it in the wrong direction. You take accountability for what you have not done for your life, because you cannot say you did not know, because people tell you all the time. There's so much information out here. This is the era of information. YouTube, Google, there is no way that you do not have access to this information. And people are telling you. Like I said, like people like me who tell you on a regular basis about this stuff, and you laugh at us and you call us crazy. Now you're upset with us, you know what I'm saying, because you feel like we're supposed to have sympathy and we're supposed to be like, oh my God. No, we've been telling you. That's just like anything else. For anybody who knows anything about being in the streets. You know your homies, you love them. You hate that your homies got to die and all that. But y'all know what you signed up for. You know when you live that life, there's only 2 ways out of it. Either you getting locked up or you getting buried. You know that when you go into it. So it's sad as your homies may be, what can they do about that? When your children, when you tell them time and time again, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy had made this example the other day. You tell your kids not to jump on the bed, but they keep doing that shit. You keep telling them, don't jump on the bed. They keep jumping on the bed. And then they finally fall off that bitch and hit their head. And now they crying. I don't know about in your household, but I know in mine. Didn't I tell your ass not to jump on the bed? That's why you hit your head. Now go sit down somewhere and maybe you'll listen next time. That's the energy right now. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Because like y'all keep saying, people are dying. And this is what we're trying to tell you. This is why we're giving you this information, because people are dying. We are trying to prevent that. And you're giving us shit for it. So what makes you think that we're supposed to now be like, oh my God. No. We're all adults here. Like you said, you get to choose your life just like I get to choose mine. You chose not to listen. You know how many people that I see on a regular basis and we have conversations and I tell them that I don't eat meat anymore and they give me all they shrug their nose up at me. Oh, I got to have my meat. You bugging. You know how many times over the years I've had people come at me like that? A whole group of people laughing, and you know what I'm saying, to themselves, looking at each other like, this bitch stupid. Like, she's bugged out. What do you eat? I had a homeboy. I'm sure he's different now. We were young and dumb. I'll give him that. I remember when I first started trying to lose weight. This was back in 2012. I had visited home, and my homeboy took me out to eat so we can parlay. And once I told him, now I'm trying to stop eating meat, I'm trying to stop doing this, that, he was like, listen, don't turn into no salad eating bitch now. You know you need to eat food. He took me to some Thai place, made sure I had me some honey chicken wings from Vietnam and all this other stuff. We were young and dumb. He didn't know any better. But this is the type of energy that I've been getting over the years when I'm telling people, you know what I'm saying, when I'm trying to live the best life and the healthiest life that I can. Those are the type of responses that I got when I was trying to tell you that I'm trying to live healthy and this is something that you need to do. You laughed at me. And now somehow I'm supposed to just be like, oh. No, that's not how that works. You got to start taking accountability. Take accountability. How about y'all just say, you know what? Maybe I was right. My bad. Or if you're not woman or man enough to do that, shut up. Listen. Take some of this information from I don't care where you get it from, and do your own research. I tell you all the time, you don't have to listen to me. Everything I just read, I got off of Google. Everything is Googleable. Research. That's what we're trying to tell you. Stop listening to, you know what I'm saying, to these doctors, to the news. And don't just listen to us. Do your own research. That's it. So I will go back to it. Get you an anatomy and physiology book. I don't care where from. Amazon is still popping. Get you one. Guess what? All those college students, that's where they get it from. Ask anybody who's ever been to college. They'll tell you you can get those books off Amazon. So it's not just specifically, you don't have to be going to school and studying medicine to get a medical book. It's not a requirement. Learn your own body. That's what you need to do. Guess what? These doctors, I'll even give you the scenario that the doctors are trying to do everything that they possibly can, that this is not a setup and none of all that. Cool. Let's just say that was, for argument's sake, that was the case. These are still people. They are still humans. They are still flawed. Nothing is ever going to be 100%. So again, why are you trusting yourself in human hands? For my religious people, you are still putting your hands in man's hands. God gave you herbs. He created everything, right? Herbs come from the ground, and there's hundreds of thousands of them. Don't you know the medicines that these doctors give you, they extract the nutrients and the supplements from these herbs and then add other extra shit in it to turn it into a pill? Don't you know that? Don't you know the protein that you think that you're eating in beef, that's recycled protein? Because guess what? Cows eat grass, my niggas. Cows are vegetarians. Cows are plant-based, have a plant-based diet. All they eat is vegetables. So anything that you're getting from them, you're getting from vegetables, but you're getting it secondhand because they're eating the vegetables instead of you. So why don't you just eat the vegetables and get it direct? These are things that you would know if you would do your own research on your own body and on nutrition and stop leaving that to doctors. All you're doing is giving them an excuse to make $100,000 a year and you not. This is why these industries are the way that they are and why people feel like they want to get into them, because it's about money. And I'm not saying that everybody that gets into the medical field is about money. That's not what I'm saying. But the whole structure, the whole infrastructure of it is based off money. Because there was a time when there was only one doctor per 3-4 towns. Now there's a doctor for everything. Ever thought about that? Every disease that come out, every issue that ever comes out, there's now a new specialist. Someone else that you have to pay tens and thousands of dollars to fix your problem instead of fixing that shit yourself. Y'all don't see that? We've made it all the way here without all that stuff. You ever think, people don't understand that. Like when you're having babies, all the stuff that you got to go through. We've been having babies before there were hospitals, before there was epidurals and shit like that. But because you don't want to live real life. Life comes in cycles. There's, there's pain. There's pleasure. It's balancement. That's what life is really about. We all trying to have this microwave life, and it doesn't work that way. When you do shit too fast, you fuck it up. Everything has its cycle for a reason. And because we keep trying to go against that, this is why this stuff is happening. So, please get these labels out of your mind. Just because you're vegan doesn't mean that you're healthy. Just because you're vegetarian don't mean you're healthy. Don't mean because you plant-based means you're healthy. That does not mean anything. You need to be feeding your body on a cellular level, period. You need to be consuming everything from the ground, period. I promise you, I know it's a hard thing. No one is telling you to just do a 180 and, in 10 seconds flat. That's not what we're saying. It's still a struggle. And don't even have to be just because, you don't want to. You may not be financially in a position to do that. You may not even have access to that. Trust me, I understand all of those stances. I get it. But you have to make the effort. I promise you make the effort, your universe will make it happen. I'm telling you what I know. Because I don't have access to a whole lot of organic stuff. Where I live in Macon, Georgia, that is not the conception over here. Especially not on the side that I live on. I got to go all the way to the north side to do stuff like that. I got to go all the way to Atlanta to get stuff like that. There is no huge market here. I got to go all the way to Atlanta to do that. It is what it is, but I figure it out. And I don't make excuses. I figure it out. And guess what? The universe makes it happen. I've been eating the best I have possibly had this whole quarantine time. And I have not been exercising at all. Everything that I need is coming to me. I done bought up so many seeds. It was chilling. Like nobody was chilling on. Nobody was coming. See, the people on my side of town, unfortunately, my people, y'all not into this shit. So I had plenty of access to some things. I got my homegirl I was talking about at her vegan restaurant. She knows how to, pretty much she's gardening in her apartment. There's another sister named Tazara Path who's in New York. If you're in New York or anywhere close, you need to holler at her. She has called concrete gardening. So they have figured out ways to grow your own food without having fields and things of that nature. Now I can't get to Tazara. That would have had to been some virtual stuff. But my homegirl is right here. So she gonna teach me all of that. Because that's what I want. That's what I'm putting and setting in my mind. So I'm making that happen. I'm being active on that. So it's happening. You have to do the same. Take control over your own life. I leave my house when I feel like I need to leave my house. I stay home when I feel like I need to stay home. Period. When this first started and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Again, I went where I needed to go and I came home. Now that they're open and stuff doesn't make sense. Again, using my critical thinking skills. If this was all over and everything was safe, banks would be opened. Your children will be able to go back to school. Just those two things. Banks. You would be able to go inside of a bank and take care of your business if this was really over with. So since those places aren't open for me, I know that there's still a problem. As a matter of fact, the problem might be here now. Because their people are in those places. See what I'm saying? And I know a lot of them. I know a lot of my barbers and a lot of my nail techs, you know what I'm saying? And all of that. I know they upset with me because I'm like, nah, fuck your businesses. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to understand how we are being used as pawns. This has happened before, so it's a possibility. You need to take that consideration. You take everything into consideration when you're talking about your life. So how does it make sense, Black people, that they're not opening up banks, they're not sending your children to school, but you can go get your hair and your nails done? That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Now, if you went out there and you did that and it worked for you, that's what's up. Cool beans. I'm glad you got your shit done. But for me, what this showed me is that I need to learn how to do my own eyebrows. I need to make sure I keep my natural up. I just need my products. I do that shit myself. Because I'm good. I'm not going to be a guinea pig. You not going to Tuskegee me. Because I know for a fact that they have an agenda, and that agenda has nothing to do with my safety. Nothing to do with my well-being. They have proven that. Period. I don't care what your thought process of how this works. They have proven that every move that they have made since this situation happened has nothing to do with our safety. I've been having conversations, with other people in other countries and how their countries are handling this situation. They're doing stuff, for their people. I talked to this lady the other day. I'm not sure exactly what country she lives in, but they're about to pay up. The government is going to be responsible for 80% of all of their citizens' bills. 80% on top of monthly giving them a stimulus package. Monthly. Not just once. Monthly. So not only are they taking a huge chunk of their bills and, they're just taking that off their hands. They're giving them money to take care of the other 20%. Monthly, until they feel that it's safe for everyone to go back and to work and to go back and live life. They're going to make sure that their citizens are good. That's what they're doing in other countries. But the news ain't telling you that, though. I talked to somebody, video chatted, saw her face. So y'all miss me with all of that. Oh, you're insensitive. You're a jerk. No, we not. You're not being intelligent. We have to do better. Period. We have to start taking accountability. That is part of our issue as Black people. We don't take accountability for our shit. And I understand we've been through a lot, and this is where that mentality comes from. We went through all this, so we deserve, this comfortability. No. That is what stopped. That is what got us here in the first place. You do not just settle for what these people give you when they owe you so much. You have human rights, period. Everyone is supposed to have that. And since you guys want to be the people in charge, you guys put yourself in charge. So we are supposed to be your responsibility. It's not supposed to be the other way around. That's not how that works, or it's supposed to work. Any other business, think about that. The CEO, the captain of the ship, he gets all the honor, he gets all the glory, but he's also the first one and the last person on the boat. For that glory, for all of that stature. He has to be the one to die for everybody. He has to save everybody. Don't you know that's what it is to be royalty? Kings and queens. It's not just sitting there and telling people what to do and off with your head and shit. Nah, that's responsibility. Kings and queens, they are responsible for their whole kingdom. Ever seen the movie 300? That's how that shit's supposed to rock. They supposed to fight and die for their people. That's why they have all the riches and the golds and the stuff. That's what comes with it. You don't just be a leader just cuz. We gotta do better, man. We have to do better. So, if you're worrying about what you're supposed to do, when it comes down, you feeling like everything you've tried isn't working, or you're looking at other people's lives and you're saying that they're not doing it, stop worrying about everybody else and you worry about yourself. Find out who you are. What are your ailments? What are your backgrounds? What are your pre-existing conditions that go wrong in your family? All of that stuff. Get that anatomy and physiology book. Learn about the body. Learn about the immune system. Learn these things. And then go find the remedies to make sure that you maintain that. It's just like anything else. When you car drivers, don't you have to maintenance your car? Don't you got to take care of that? Don't you know when you need an oil change? Don't you know when you need to get the tires routed or whatever the fuck y'all call that? I don't drive, but you know what I'm trying to say. Get your car detailed. Ain't that what you got to do? Don't you got to make sure you got oil in it? Don't you got to make sure you gas it up? Whole process to taking care of your car. Taking it to the car wash. Getting it vacuumed out. Your body is the same. Folks care more about your cars than your own body. The same, all that intricate stuff you do with that, that's how you're supposed to treat your body. The same way. Find out what type of gas you're supposed to put in it, not put what you want in it. Exercise. Stop being lazy. This is something, that my life has taught me, and it forced me to learn this. And I'm so grateful for it. I still don't know how to drive. And a lot of people, think like, that it does stop me from doing certain things. But you know what? It has built up certain disciplines as well. Because I got to walk and take the bus where I got to go. I get daily exercise. I get raw every day when I leave my crib. Had I got in a car, right after, I lost my arm, something like that, I would just be riding like everybody else. I'd probably be a fat ass, all types of diseases, all types of stuff going on. I'd have still had that mentality. When I do get a car, please believe it's going to only be for long distance. If I can get somewhere on foot, that's what I'm going to do. When I go into places now, instead of taking the elevator, I'm going to take the stairs. Those things that we can do that we don't do because we become lazy. Think about the job that you have. If you're sitting on your ass all day at your job, all of that aids to these ailments and to these problems. Not getting any sun. Learn this, black people. You have melanin in your body. You need the sun. Period. Get out there. Take off your sunglasses. Stand there. Get you some raw. It is good for your immune system. It is the best source of vitamin D. You do not need your doctor to give you vitamin D pills. You can get it directly from the sun. Learn who you are. That's how you survive. We have survived everything since. Have we not? You're here, right? So it's doable. But you have to want to do it. You have to be disciplined to do it. Now, here's the thing. If you don't want to, that is 1,000% your right. This is something that y'all gonna know about me. Everybody has a right to their life. You get to live and die the way that you want to. So if you want to continue living the life that you've been after this, because I'm gonna see it. This is what I'm gonna be looking for. Are you gonna be making the same exact moves once this world opens up again? And if you do that, that is your choice. But understand there are consequences to your choices, and that goes for everybody. Just know that. And don't get upset with nobody when those consequences come. Don't come at me because you've been told. You have your right to do you. But you have to be man and woman enough to deal with those consequences. Everything with intent. That's something that David Banner said that it was very, you know what I'm saying, touching to me. He said that if you ever see him get locked up with the law, anything you ever see on a negative light in that right, know for facts that that was intentional. That he knew what the consequences of his actions was going to be, and he gonna take that. He's good with that. Cool with all of that. So that's how you need to be in your life too. See, I'm not here to force you to care about your life. I'm not here to force you to love yourself. I'm not here to force you to save yourself. You don't have to do that. But don't come at me. Okay? So I hope anybody that had any questions or any thoughts about that I made that clear. I love y'all. Let me make that clear too. I promise you, I love, love, love all of you. This is why I'm giving you my $2. Yeah, my thoughts is definitely worth more than 2 cents. But seriously, I love y'all. I promise you that I do. We have to do better. We have to be accountable for our shit. We have to start taking accountability for our lives. This country, the government, shit, not even your peoples are responsible for you, but you. I need some water. My mouth is dry. I love y'all. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all giving me y'all time and energy this morning. I've been going through a serious awakening these past couple of days. That's what I had originally wanted to talk about, but what I've been learning is that I just allow, you know what I'm saying, whatever's supposed to come out when it's supposed to. So this is why I haven't been on a regular Monday, Wednesday, and Friday schedule, especially with what's going on. I'm revamping some things on how I'm going to be handling the platform. Like I said, I've gotten in contact with some amazing people, you know what I'm saying, that's helping me with my elevation. So it's definitely reforming and rechanging how AMPspirationTTV is going to come through and inspire you. So I'm very excited about that. So you guys make sure you tune in, but I'm always going to come through when Spirit tells me to. Okay. Of course, make sure y'all subscribe to YouTube. Now that I have this this laptop, everything is going to be on schedule. So every time I have a video, it's going to be up on the same day. If you're not a Facebooker, or this was too early for you, and you more on a YouTube thing, so all of my videos are going to be up and uploading on a more frequent basis. Okay. What else? Of course, guys, you need to join the wave. Return to the essentials. Shop at tifiscorner.square.site. I'm still been using my April box that is all about immune, you know what I'm saying, health and whatnot. I have this great spray that I've been using on my face when I do decide to go out. is the orange clove. You guys need to check it out. Everything is organic. I had just sent out some of my friends just had some babies right before this whole situation started, and I had sent them their the postpartum boxes that we have. You know what I'm saying, for new moms. They have products in there for baby. They also have products in there for mommy. So I just sent that to them, and one of the sisters said that one of the soaps that she was using on the baby, you know, really was irritating him, and once she used a oatmeal bar, it completely cleared it up, and everything is awesome. So that's definitely something that for new moms, because I definitely saw some other people on my timeline that was having some babies. So make sure you check that out. tfscorner.square.site. All of your, you know what I'm saying, organic and natural needs for body care. Okay, what else do we have? Of course, guys, with what's going on, I keep telling y'all, you keep growing your business, keep striving. Don't allow this to stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. I have not allowed it to do that for me. Like I said, I'm revamping, and part of that is because I have a digital business card. That is something that is very crucial, especially with all of this social distancing. I know even when the world opens back up, there are a lot of people who are still going to be on that wave of not wanting to be around and wanting to be 6 feet apart from each other. Well, guess what? A digital business card is the best thing that you can possibly have to promote your business and to keep, you know what I'm saying, that same energy. Okay? I have all of that in the captions. Get you one. I've gotten creative with mine. I have a QR code that the QR codes that come with it. I turned mine into a sticker. So when I do get out and about, I make sure I plant that sticker wherever it is that I possibly can. So when anybody walks by, they can just scan my card. I don't ever have to meet them, see them ever. They scan that. They get my everything that I got going on, you know what I'm saying, in one shot. I can even text them the link, you know what I'm saying. If you have people, you know, that you haven't spoken in a while, they live in other countries, they live in another state, whatever the situation may be, you can just send them the link to your business card. You get to switch it up any way that you want to for the whole year. You get plenty of changes automatically, free of charge. It's like the best thing smoking for business, okay? I got almost 600 people to view my card last month. And this is when everybody was deciding that they want to stay in the house. But even with that, 500 people saw my business card. That is major. So make sure that y'all, I'm saying, y'all hop on that. If you have a business, you should definitely take that into consideration. What else? Yeah, guys, if you love AMPspirationTTV, if I'm inspiring you, teaching you something, or, you know what I'm saying, just if you're teaching me something, if we, you know, we're one of those collaboratives, you know, join the brand, support us, you know what I'm saying? I don't really have a whole bunch of merch, you know, products going on right at the moment, but if you know, support the brand, you know what I'm saying, donate $27 or more, and I'll definitely get you a t-shirt popping. So let everybody know that you want it. As also, my t-shirts are walking business cards. I have put my logo on them that goes along with my QR code. So now, even with my t-shirt, it's a walking business card. Something also y'all need to think about, you know what I'm saying, when you're running your business. So I believe that is all I have for you. Yeah, so love y'all. Appreciate y'all giving me your time. Enjoy this moon day. Do something productive, but stay safe. You know what I'm saying? I would not advise to do, you know what I'm saying, anything cosmetic. I'm just saying.